Customers are always saying to me, how do we get our coffee to taste so consistently great day in, day out? What I believe is a big part of our success is our cleaning program. I'm going to explain it to you all step by step. Step 1. Knock out the handle, purge, just insert the handle as is. Run some clear water through it. Set that aside. Get the blind filter, empty, do the same. Just dislodging any large particles of coffee. At this point, we're going to do two things. Get a glass to soak our steam wand. Fill a large 1 litre milk jug full of hot water. So now that we have water in a glass, water in a large 1 litre milk jug, it's filled roughly 2 centimeters from the top. Get our coffee cleaner. 1 flat scoop in the milk jug and 1 flat scoop in the glass. Pop the glass straight onto the steamer, onto the milk wand. Now what we're going to do is use a flathead screwdriver to remove the shower screen. Pop those into the detergent. Remove the portafilter basket. We want to place this in the concave orientation, not the convex orientation. So like that, and then we want to sit the handle on top. So the idea is that we want the rubber of the handle to be outside of the foam. So that's going to activate and do its cleaning cycle. One more flat scoop of coffee cleaner into a group handle. Put it into the group head and activate. If it leaks like that, you can just draw it across a little bit. We don't want this timer to go over 10 seconds. If that goes over 10 seconds, the light will flash and we're placing extra weight and back pressure onto the solenoid valve, and eventually it's a diaphragm valve, and that valve will break. I'm just going to remove the blind filter to show you guys that it activates and foams up. Now that foam, what it's doing is breaking down the oily solids of the coffee that get stuck up inside the group seal and around the diffusion block. So I'm going to put that back in and activate. So if I leave this for longer than 10 seconds, it's going to start flashing. That flashing is an alarm that there is no flow meter. There is no flow meter activity, and it's a sign that you should be turning the group head off. Periodically, from time to time, remove the group handle and get the barista brush, the Palo brush, the group seal brush, and just get a little bit of the coffee cleaner and rub that around the rubber group seal, just around the seal. And then we're going to put the blind filter back in, draw it nice and tight, activate again. You want to do this process a minimum of 3 times. I like to, in between doing those types of tasks, activate the steam wand a little bit. Just reactivates that foam, which breaks down any milk solids that are stuck to the milk wand and inside the milk tip. there's no risk of this being drawn back inside the valve because there's an anti-siphon valve on the steam wand itself. Now I'm going to go and start cleaning some coffee grinders. After doing our back flushing 3 to 4 times, we're just going to remove the group handle, activate the group, and rotate left to right. Now we're going to do a clear water back flush with the blind filter another 3 to 4 times. In between pulsing those cycles, I'm going to be wiping down my machine, cleaning my drip tray, finishing off my coffee grinders. I've cleaned my group head with clear water 3 times now, so I'm just going to dislodge that and do it left, right, just with clear water. Set the blind filter aside, turn that off. I'm going to remove the hot water for the steam. I'm going to pour that down the drip tray, wipe our steam wand down. Pay particular attention to the steam tip. I don't think there's any real benefit of removing the steam tip itself, particularly if you're doing this cleaning every day. At this point, we're done cleaning our portafilter. I'm just going to place that onto the drip tray. Always empty the solution into the drip tray while the grills are still in. That way, there is no risk that this screw can go down a drain pipe. Even though they're inexpensive to replace, they're just a inconvenience for a cafe because the group will probably be out for 2 to 3 days before the screw can be replaced. I'm going to take these items, the basket, the screen, and the handle over to the sink, and we're going to rinse them with clear water. So now it's really important just to rinse off that little residual coffee cleaner from the portafilter, the dispersion screen, and the basket under cold, clean water. Using a wet, cold chucks, feed that into the group seal, into the cavity there, underneath the bayonet, and roll that around. Even though we put coffee chemical onto the diffusion block, a little bit of elbow grease really helps to dislodge any leftover coffee oil that's up inside the group itself. And as you can see, there's like weird kind of stuff that comes out. Now we're going to replace the dispersion screen screw into the screen itself, into the shower. Reinstall that just by hand. Now we're just going to finish that off with the screwdriver really, really gently. Just 2 fingers and really, really softly. No pressure at all. Installing the basket back into the portafilter, pressing against 2 pieces of the spring, rolling it in, clicking it into the basket, and inserting back into the group. Overnight, you want to store the group handle inside the group head. What this will do is it stops air getting to the seal, it stops air getting to the rubber seal and drying it out. However, normally during the day we pull our handle all the way tight Now what that does is it beds a ring and presses down onto the rubber gasket itself. So we want to allow the rubber gasket to rest and recuperate and regenerate and reform into its normal position. So we're just going to insert the handle ever so lightly and just pull it across with one finger. And that's how we should leave the machine clean and tidy overnight for tomorrow's trade. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you got something out of that. If you would like to see more video content like this on how to brew, how to clean your machine, from descaling, anything at all to do with espresso coffee or filter coffee, hop onto our YouTube channel. It's White Horse Coffee. Thanks for watching.